What's going on, everybody? It's me, Sean Tank Top of House Burlington over here in Watchers in the Bar, and we are at Con of Thrones 2019. Wait, we got Shane from Blindwave over here. How you doing, man? And I ran into Chris and Nikki here. We got the Normies, everybody. Yes. Oh, my God.
I'm good, brother. How you guys doing?
Doing really, really good. I'm doing really good. I don't know why we're talking in Brooklyn accents. I was noticing a different golden hand. What do we got here?
It's a modified version.
A little pretty well known around these parts.
My birth name is Samuel.
Like, you're named after two of the people that are that are writing a Song of Ice and Fire, essentially. Like your name and where you're from and everything like that.
Insta handle, or you want to be the
Yeah, absolutely. Let's whore ourselves. Hey, whore, how's the whoring?
It's going great.
I happen to find a couple of other reactors over here. Eric and Calvin from fucking Blindwave.
Rhaenyra Targaryen, the first of her name, the rightful queen of the Seven Kingdoms, before my bitch-ass brother Aegon stole it from me.
Straight up bitch. We see you out there. Talking about good company at a fucking con. This is the gal that you come to. Talking about It's Maddie. What's going on, girl?
What's up? Can I curse?
Fuck yes, you can.
I'm having a fucking blast.
The Wolf and the Crows. The much beloved, the con favorite, The Wolf and the Crows. We got ourselves Andy. We got ourselves Bobby and Hammer. How you guys doing today, man?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah,
pretty
pretty
tired, but I'm enjoying this.
I mean, the jet lag's got to still be going, right?
Don't believe in it. Doesn't happen. Just keep going.
Oh, there we go.
It's like doing the background work, man. Red Bull, coffee, and cigarettes helps, like, yeah.
Marquetta and Chris from the Normies. What's up, guys?
How are you doing?
I'm doing fucking great. How are you? You're obviously doing amazing.
Well, I'm in mourning too, though. I chose the right season.
We do a lot of drinking on camera over at House Burlington and Watchers in the Bar, and
You drink on camera?
we drink on camera. Like,
That's so interesting.
yeah, I know. That's absolutely water. Do you have a candidate? Who would you most want to have a beer and a shot with in Westeros?
Besides you, Sean, after that amazing bourbon punch you made when we first hung out in Indy.
I think I would have to go Robert.
Would be Bobby B. Robert Baratheon. I mean, me and Robert Baratheon would get in trouble.
He would have definitely a lot of stories.
Yeah.
And just being able to, like, you know, sit down with him at a table in the corner and him not be king for a while.
We would get in a lot of trouble, and I'm down with it because he's the king. He's the law. We can't get in any trouble, you know?
Are you going to make the 8?
Oh, we're making all the 8s.
Start the damn joust before I piss myself.
He always struck me as like the ultimate high school jock that, like, you know, just wants to go back to the old days. Like, he's still wearing the same shirts and still got the same, like, rockin' marrow. And
Gods, I was strong. Yeah, he's always talking about when he peaked.
Bobby B had it down, man. I really feel like Westeros in general, they were prosperous when he was around, you know. It was great. They weren't fighting nobody.
that age, I feel like, was always kind of like the 90s, and he was like he was kind of like a Bill Clinton of Westeros, sort of, you know. Oh, man, my wife's kind of a bummer, but, I mean, hey, whatever. Like, we got all the wine. What are you thinking?
Tyrion Lannister.
That's such an obvious question. It's Tyrion.
Tyrion, obviously.
Say Tyrion.
I think say.
He drinks and he knows shit, like. Yeah.
You can have a great conversation with him, whether he's sober or drunk, and that's great.
And he's also, like, really well connected, so you don't have to sit in any lines or anything.
That's it, yeah. Straight to the VIP, yeah.
Absolutely. So who doesn't want VIP access?
Like the vice president. That is not what our vice president is like right now. That is not. We do not have a cool vice president right now.
Well, I was going to say Tyrion because I want to see if I can outdrink him, you know? Like, I know he's a really good drinker, but maybe.
I can outdrink
Maybe
you.
I have it in me.
Did that change with, like, how he, like, betrayed the queen? Because that's who y'all were fighting for. Or were you guys fighting for Jon Snow?
For Jon Snow. So we're thankful for the fire support. Do you know what I mean?
That's Air Cav, like Apocalypse Now.
But, oh, yeah, big time, man.
I love the smell of dragon fire in the morning.
The immediate thing is to go with Tyrion Lannister, but I'm going to go 1-1. All right, because I think that would be the best. I think he's going to have the best stories. I think we're going to have a good time trying to navigate the language barrier. And I think that, I think that he would just have a great time. And you never run out of a drink.
He'd be like, beer? And he'd be like, beer. Beer.
Jamie's cool as hell.
The thing is, you'd get a lot of variety because he's got war stories, he's got drinking stories, he's got Tyrion stories.
What does it feel like to face a dragon and charge towards it? You know what I mean?
I would ask him if he had been drinking. You'd have to be shit-faced to think that you could face down, like, Drogon. Who's the best one? Go.
Olenna Tyrell. Because, you know, everyone's going to be like, oh, Bronn, oh, like, the Lannisters. I've been going to cons for 6 years. I've been cosplaying for 4 years. And the thing that I've noticed is the lovely old ladies with the Salt are the best people to talk to.
The original Salt Bay.
The original Salt Bay. I deeply appreciate the salt and the shade, and you know, the women who are just over it have the best like running commentary on everything happening around you.
I would obviously like to get some drinks down with some Dothraki. That would be. Can you imagine?
Bunch of tall, dark, handsome guys with beards.
Beardos everywhere, like horse riding, obviously, but they party. They know how to party.
Going to party with Dothraki is like going out for like a weekend in like Detroit. It's like I'm gonna have an amazing time, and there's a lot of.
I
might die though. Plus, they can do like that weird like murder Cirque du Soleil like horse tricks and stuff while they're drunk.
Yes, exactly. You'll have a party and a show. It'll be like dinner theater, but with a lot less clothes.
Oberyn Martell, man. One, that's gonna lead to some kind of orgy shenanigans, and two, like his kind of philosophy on life for him being like such a badass super murderer, but also not being like hyper masculine about it all. I bet dude's like chill as fuck, and I don't know why, but I'm like, yo, man, like. Enlighten me.
You refer to an orgy, you refer to it as shenanigans?
Yes, shenanigans is, sometimes an orgy shenanigans.
I was tired from all the shenanigan the other day.
I think Tywin would be an interesting one, too, because I want to see what that guy gets like when he's drunk, Yeah. He's so sober and serious.
When he unwinds, like, what does that look like?
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a serial killer, like, what do they do in their spare time,
He's just so imposing. It's like, it'd be like drinking with, like, Daniel Day-Lewis.
I think that Bronn would be a fun drinking buddy. I would love to drink with Bronn because I think he has amazing stories. He's like familiar. He knows his way around a bar. If there's a fight, he's definitely gonna like be the winner. And I just love hearing him talk shit, and he comes up with the best insults.
Also, he can sing, he knows the songs, and he can just like entertain. And
there's a lot in the Bronn package.
And I just found out today that he actually has a short pop star career. He would be amazing. He has a lot of stories that he could continue.
He could like sing his stories like a Broadway star. There's no cure for being a cunt. And like whatever. Also, master of fucking coin. So you know who's picking up the tab.
I think, though, he would really prefer me if I were topless. He wouldn't really want to really talk to me or hang out with me otherwise, but...
Sir, I just want to know who you want to drink with. What are you thinking?
Tormund.
Hands down, it's Tormund Giantsbane.
100% Tormund.
Tormund.
100%.
And I think that you actually may have literally done this.
Maybe.
I know he could outdrink me, but I just think he'd be a lot of fun. And he would help me break my ceiling. Yeah, I think he would help take care of me when I passed out, you know what I mean?
He's a considerate drunk, he's an encouraging drunk.
As long as I wasn't wearing my bear outfit. You know what I mean?
Right. You don't show up with a bear pelt around Tormund.
No, not at all.
And obviously Tormund, because he's funny with all the stories.
You probably would get a lot of beer as we saw in the last season.
That's what I like to do also, you know what I mean?
You guys got to make sure you drink with like a pair of like raincoats on or something. Can you stop fighting the undead and tell me who would be the best person to have a drink with in Westeros? Tell me.
Night Watch boys would probably be really fun to drink with too, because like they're stuck up there and they're working so much. They really just want to cut loose. They have like the late night bar shift. It's like going out with like the wait staff. You know what I mean? You get out with them, you're like, oh, y'all been waiting to turn up.
Have you ever partied with like with flight attendants?
Oh no, but that makes sense.
They get off those planes like we were shooting around in a metal tube. We didn't die. Let's fucking have a couple of drinks.
Sansa, I think a couple of drinks in her, she would let loose, and it'd be a lot of fun to drink with her. Once she's like, it's not work day anymore.
She kind of feels like the new kind of Olenna Tyrell. Like she's gonna give you like the straight tea about it.
Straight tea, but you know what? When you're done spilling that tea, she'll drink a good glass of wine with you.
I'm scared. I'm scared to go talk to this guy. Yeah, this is really intimidating. This is gonna be one of the most difficult interviews that I've ever done. How are you doing today, sir? I'm over here with a good homie of mine, Eric the Dane.
I'm probably going off the beaten path here, but I would have to say the Blackfish, Brendan Tully.
Whoa. The Blackfish. Expand that.
He seems like the kind of guy you could approach and have a drink and a shot with.
Yeah.
And plus, a genuine badass.
He's an underrated badass.
If a bar fight broke out,
you're fine.
My money's on the old man.
Or if you're drinking it like a cookout or whatever and you need that thing lit from like 100 yards away, he's got you.
I was actually thinking about Missandei. I think she would be a good one because, it's new to her. So she would just like get drunk really quickly, and it would just probably be super fun and awkward.
I didn't know that having like a couple of beers and shots could basically turn into just like as something as adorable as like a new puppy. Wait, and then you would be the funniest person in the room because you get to teach her all the new jokes.
Strategic.
Probably any of the sand snakes, but especially Nymeria. And I'm talking books. Because
Yeah, book sand snakes are the people to fuck with, not necessarily.
yeah, unfortunately the show really screwed them over. But the book sand snakes are like Yonsei starts playing whenever they show up. They are those bitches.
I would love to go hang out with Thoros of Myr. He just seems like, before he died, obviously, he just seems like the kind of guy who has some crazy fucking stories about, the Siege of Pike, about all the crazy things that we didn't see before the show started.
Thoros always had wine on him. He always has wine on him. He's like the friend that just always has the stuff.
A little bit more rough around the edges. I think it would be fucking awesome to drink with the Hound.
The Hound, man, right?
Yeah.
Because what I do is have a couple of drinks with him first, and then I go to the toilet and come back, and then go, man, that lad over there says that you're not getting any of his chicken, right? and then I go into the corner of the room, right, and just fucking sip my pint and watch him tear the fuck out of the place. The live show, man. You know what I mean?
So clearly, Andy is a chaotic bad.
I would love to just sit there and talk shit, maybe annoy him, hopefully not get punched in the face.
Some guy beats you in pool, and then you go over to the house like, that fucker ate all the chicken.
No, just some random guy. I don't care. I just want my live show of him tearing the bar apart.
You're punking people, but it's costing them their lives.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We've been going around asking people like who they would want to have. Okay. Oh no. Oh my God. And the Mountain and the Hound, they are good. We have never seen anything like this in the history of WWE wrestling. These two brothers, they've never known anything but the hate and the anguish between each other. Absolutely incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's a Kool-Aid bowl that everybody can get behind. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were going to ask us who we would least want to sleep with, and my answer to that...
Sleep? Now we're getting into a whole nother video.
That's what I originally thought the question was. So, Grandmeister Paisal would be my person I'd least want to sleep with.
I mean, yeah, he's like weird and old, and he looks like his balls smell like soup.
And according to Cersei, he smells like a dead cat.
Dead cat soup.